So, over the course of this last semester in nursing lab, I feel like we've learned a lot. But it's all been very interesting, so it's kind of hard to choose favorite ones. But we've learned everything from how to restrain animals better, pilling cats and dogs. Still quite terrified of pilling cats. Granted, maybe I just need to work on my restraint a little bit better with that one. Um, and then we've also learned how to check for mastitis in cattle, and we've learned how to draw blood on tail veins, which was slightly terrifying that you have to poke all the way to the bone, and kind of funny because Connor's needle bent when he was doing it, which I don't know. I thought that was kind of a very an interesting part of our lab, doing that because it seems very extreme, but obviously it's a common practice to do it like that. We've also learned how to do blood draws on all the veins in cats and dogs, and we've also read about blood draws in other animals, and also IV injections, which I thought was kind of interesting because I feel like that's kind of like a level up, especially for just being in the program for essentially 1.5 semesters when we did it, and I thought it was pretty interesting that we got the freedom to do that and how fast the program moves. It really keeps you like engaged and interested because you're learning new skills so quickly, but at a pace where you're still able to perfect the skills and work on them if you're not great your first time around or don't know exactly how to do it. Another one of my favorite parts was obviously all the hands-on work, but it was also kind of one of the points, that lab was kind of one of the times where we really got to kind of talk and hang out with our classmates, which doesn't really happen very often. I feel like with COVID and just like busy schools class schedules, I feel like there's not a lot of time to do that. So it was kind of fun to like see our classmates grow and like communicate with each other, and I don't know, it was just like, you never really feel like going to lab was a burden. You get to go and hang out with your friends and get to know people, and it was nice that we kind of switched up groups because we got to know our one group really well and keep them as a friend, and then you're kind of forced to make friends with new people, which I always think is a nice situation because for some people it's hard to step out of their bubble and do that. So I feel like those groups was a good idea to get them switched up. And then also you get to help, it helps you to have other perspectives too, to like improve your skill, or I don't know, work on your restraint and just get different opinions from different skill levels and stuff. So that was always nice. So definitely my favorite thing was blood draws and IV injections, and the blood draws on the cattle tail vein, I think, was one of the most odd but interesting things that we did this semester. So